Welcome to Local SEO Today. I'm Roger Murphy.
And I'm John Vong.
Today in this segment, we wanted to reach out and speak directly to business owners who are in the waterproofing business. It's an industry that, of course, is required with the thousands and thousands of old homes all across, in communities all across Canada. You really have a market that's going to require your services over time because water is one of the main things you need, John, to keep it out of a house, off the roof and out of your foundation.
Yeah, so as a waterproofing business owner, what can you do to really get that new customer?
Yeah.
How can they find you?
Mm-hmm.
How do they know that you're even in business in your area or
Sure.
servicing your area?
Yeah.
What are some of the mediums that they can use to find or advertise or get out there right now?
Traditionally, and in terms of my experience since 1982, so I've been 37 years in the search industry, all the traditional means were things like phone book, flyers, things hanging off doorknobs, local newspapers, and it would be very targeted to the season. If it was a wet season in the spring or the fall, and business owners know this, that's when a lot of the activity and lots of needs arise. But today, in this world of Google, and Google's really been around for 20 years this year, it has become the go-to source for most people in North America. You can search for anything. So
I think what triggers someone to actually need to get or use one of your services,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I guess what I'm thinking, when I'm looking for a waterproofing, I've actually never had to use one, fortunately, because some of the homes out there are a little bit older, so the foundation would erode and water would seep through the walls if it's not done properly.
Exactly.
So some of the older homes, but during purchase, so during a transaction of a real estate deal, that's one of the big factors a home inspector would actually look at. Because waterproofing, if there is water going into your home, that may translate to other issues like mold, foundational issues,
Sure.
cracks.
Yep.
So you need to resolve that as soon as possible.
Drywall issues that could get all wet. So it is absolutely something that you got to watch. And of course, your home is probably your biggest, for most of us, our biggest investment that we'll ever make. If you're in that home, you need to protect it. So you need a good qualified company in the waterproofing business, which is what you do, to come in and remediate, fix, get the soil out of there, look at the wall, do all the proper work that's required. So as a consumer, if I was a consumer looking for your service, there's certain things I'm going to be looking for with regards to a waterproofer.
Yeah, such as years of experience.
Yes.
What is your insurance like? Like, have you been in business for a while, but also do you insure it for 20, 30 years? Because how long will it last,
Exactly.
right? Besides going into price, there's other factors.
Sure.
Right?
Yep. Depending on the size of the project, like a home, you need to know, if you're the business owner, what's your competitive advantage? How many trucks do you have on the road? Your crews, how fast can you respond? What size jobs are you set up to do? All these factors on your website, you need to answer these questions ahead of time. That's what's going to convert someone in from a ready-to-buy customer to pick up that phone or give you an email to inquire, can you come and give me a quote to fix my water problem?
Yeah, and this could be very seasonal as well. So there could be two major seasons in your business, which is the spring
Heavy
months,
spring, wet springs,
wet spring, as also the fall months, right? So be prepared. Are you ready to answer all the calls and make sure that you can actually deliver on all the quotes that you're giving out there,
Exactly.
right? So in terms of what sets you apart, there's a lot of companies out there that are competing for the type of clients that you're after. Know your competitive edge. Know your audience. Know your customers, right? And figure out what makes you stand out, right?
When it comes to, so we know about all the traditional means that you could have used and can still use. You can go into your local newspaper. You can still buy flyers. We're local SEO search, where our team of 25 experts, what we really focus on is this idea of having our clients' websites appear naturally on the page where people are searching. So if you ask the next 10 people, Where do you look when you go looking for something? They're going to say, mostly they're going to say, I look at Google. Number two, they're going to say, I look on page 1. I don't go to page 2 and 3 and 4. If your business is somewhere sitting on page 2, 3, or 4, you're really not opening yourself up to where all the buyers are, because people that are ready to buy, John, it's a need, right? Certainly for waterproofing, it could be an emergency.
Yeah.
It might be a slow leak into the house, but it could be bigger. So what you want to do is make sure you're where they're looking, which is at the beginning of Google searches.
And focus on just running a solid business, right? Being the trusted, honest business owner.
Yep, expert.
Right? Expert, own it, right? And let your customers know that you've worked with businesses just like yourself.
Yep.
You know exactly what needs to be done. You know, you need to dig the walls on the outside, make sure there's proper drainage, and you seal it, right? Show images, show pictures, have testimonials and reviews.
Before, during, after.
Exactly.
Yeah, all that, yeah.
So make sure that you have all the tools to equip you from the sales cycle, right? Because what the value of having a solid website that ranks organically is you're going to get an abundant amount of ready to buy customers calling you. And all you have to do is filter through who you want to work with.
Yep.
Right? And that's what we can deliver and help you grow and expand your business.
The people that are using Google right now, they are new to the area. They may have bought a house and realize they got a water problem. They might be in an emergency situation where water is rushing in. And I will tell, I have a personal experience. Had an old house in an old neighborhood in the Toronto area a number of years ago. A new home got built next to me. That new home had a much larger footprint, a much larger roof, downspouts, and you can just imagine in the waterproofing, the gentlemen, the business owners that are watching this now, they can appreciate. I all of a sudden went from a very small downspout from my neighbors to a gushing amount of water rolling off this roof, and it was coming right across the swale against my foundation and down my wall. So I became a customer in need of waterproofing, and it was quite an emergency. So you've got new people that need your services for the first time, emergency, maybe someone who's unhappy with who they dealt with. They may have tried to fix it themselves, or, everyone's got a brother-in-law that can, do something. Handyman. All of a sudden, then you realize I need to get an expert in here. So Google and your website with the proper content, and that's what local SEO search will do, we're going to help them get the best message out in front of those buyers.
And what we try to do is just get you there and position you so that you have the ability to generate leads. What you do afterwards is, you have to be a solid person to answer the call, quote them properly, be responsive. So as a business owner, just run a good business, and we can help you generate and fill that funnel for you.
Exactly.
And keep you busy throughout the year.
Exactly. So the answer really is local SEO search. We are experts. We are top rated in Canada for doing, and we specialize solely with search engine optimization. There are other forms on Google. There are things such as ads, John, which maybe we could touch base on. Google sells some spots off on any given page. We work on the naturally occurring websites to have your website appear naturally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for that search term.
Yeah, I guess the major difference between AdWords and organic is you're paying to play. You're paying per click.
To Google, yeah.
To Google. And the challenge there is, do you have an unlimited amount of budget? And what kind of conversion rate are you going to get on ads versus the natural organic listing? Myself, and maybe you can ask a lot of your friends and colleagues, do you know the difference between ads and the map and below, or not? And where do people click? Because people are becoming more savvy. They don't want to get pushed ads.
Sure.
They want to be in control. They want to have, their own pull metric, right?
Yes.
So they want to be in control, looking and figuring out who they want to use.
That's right. 1 in 5 consumers that are in need of a service, 1 in 5 click on ads of AdWords. 4 to 5 look at the naturally organic placed listings, which is what we focus on. So in terms of if you're looking to reach the biggest shopping ready to buy customer market, you want a customer or want a business like local SEO search to help your business appear naturally on those pages.
So give us a call at 416-888-8756, and myself or Roger will answer any of your concerns and questions and develop a plan to really propel your business online.
Thank you.
Thank you.